Hey there, Changemakers. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kira Siva and I am a spiritual mentor and healer. And today we are talking about your life purpose, specifically what your next steps in your life purpose are. So we are going to be choosing pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll give you a minute. Again, this is pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So take a minute just to connect with your intuition, and we will go ahead and hop into pile number 1. If you need more time, then just pause the video and connect with your intuition, get quiet for a moment, and we will go ahead and get started. Okay, pile number 1. So we are starting off strong. The first thing that really strikes me about your pile is there is so much confidence. So you have overcome a lot of the insecurities and the things holding you back, and you are now starting to really embrace your empowerment, embrace your confidence and courage. In your pile, you've got a couple of goddess cards, and when I pulled the goddess cards, the intention of what is the energy, the goddess energy that is guiding you or that is helping you go through these next steps in your life purpose, and you've got 2 of them. This first one is about creative expression. So she is creating with her heart. She is coming out of the water. She is the goddess of the water. So what I see in that is that the energy of mastering your emotions and the energy of your creative power, the water in your body, the hormones that you have, so maybe if you're, a woman and you're in your cycle, maybe this is a very powerful time for you within that feminine cycle. This is your being really tuned in and tapped into that creative ingenuity within you. So this is your first goddess card, and you got a bonus goddess card. She came flying out when I was pulling your pile. And her message is, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And just bam, just so much confidence. So it's like you have stepped into your creative power and you are feeling so confident, so powerful, so you're standing up tall, you are ready to get out there in the world, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I love that for you. And it's also this energy, if you are experiencing some self-doubt, some self-criticism, she's really there with you. She is an advocate in your corner saying hey, that's not true. Look at how much of a badass you are. Look how beautiful you are, and look how strong you are, and look how courageous you are. And she is just showing up, reminding you that, you know what, you got nothing to hide. You are magnificent. You are a magnificent unicorn being. All right, so in your moon cards, we have this beautiful green, and check this out. These are both new moons. These look identical. They're both green colored cards. They're both this new moon with this sliver. And, Virgo and Taurus are very earthy signs. They're very much about enjoying the material aspects of life and enjoying this world. And not always just in the stale, I live here in America, but the stale mainstream way that means is this is you love smelling the beautiful scent of flowers. You love feeling the soft textures of the clothes that you buy. You are enjoying being alive, and that enjoyment from being alive is allowing you to give. It's allowing you to be in that really earthy essence that Mother Nature is. You know, Mother Nature is always producing these super beautiful flowers and fields and forests and just all of these really magnificent environments. And that's where you're at. You are like the gorgeous mountainside that is just birthing so many beautiful new ideas, and you feel this abundance, and you have a lot to give because of that. In your angel card, you have Francesca. So what do you desire right now? Visualize it and it will come about. And this to me, again, like this whole bottom row just says that you have found empowerment. Like you are just like sitting back, painting whatever you want to paint. You're just in a really good creative flow. And because of that, you are able to easily manifest the things that you want in your life. And if you're feeling any blocked about this, you might be feeling blocked with some insecurities, some, feeling blocked with inspiration. And if that is where you are at, where you're just like, I'm reaching for this Ace of Pentacles, I'm reaching for this inspiration and the enjoyment, and I'm getting it sometimes, but at other times I feel disconnected from my creativity. I feel disconnected from my confidence of knowing that like this is what the next right thing is. Then your guidance here is really get very much into the present moment and start really enjoying the little stuff. Enjoy the feeling of fabric on your skin. Enjoy feeling the wind blowing across your skin. Enjoy feeling, the smells that are not feeling the smells around you, but like enjoy smelling the things around you. Enjoy the food that you're eating, the drinks that you're drinking. Like take pleasure in being a human on this earth, and bonus points for taking pleasure in the things that are naturally there. That connection with nature allows you the avenue for creativity. And the image that I'm getting right now is like, the more that you are connecting to natural things, natural fibers, really clean food products, clean water, going out on hikes or going into a garden or going to a park, the connection to nature is the avenue to feeling confident and grounded and feeling creative. So there is something there with the feminine aspects of Mother Nature, of her. I'm just like seeing like this like deep, dark, rich soil that is like where your creativity is. Your creativity is in this life-giving, nutrient-dense soil. So if you are feeling blocked at all, go to nature, get connected in that way, enjoy being very present in the moment in the small little ways, and just know that like you are gorgeous. You are just a gorgeous badass. However you feel like showing up in the world, it is the right way to show up in the world, and you have nothing to hide and you have everything to gain by being so fully you. And as you step into that stuff, again, that's where your creative flow is going to come in at. And yeah, I feel so excited for you. This is just a really confident pile. And even if you have some little things here and there, like you have already mastered it. You already know how to do it. And then that's the next step in your spiritual journey. The next step is to be fully embodied confidently. The next step is to be more fully connected to nature. The next step is to manifest what that creative force wants to come out of you. So instead of blocking your creative expression, just allow it to flow. And don't get attached to it having to have a specific outcome. Just allow it to flow, and the prosperity, the abundance, the pathway that you are looking for is going to automatically open up for you. Like you don't You don't have to try to make it happen. You just need to stay in a really empowered spot and visualize what you want and be connected to nature, and it is literally just going to come to you as effortlessly as a mountainside that blossoms the beautiful flowers and all the different colors and all feeds all the grasses and has the beautiful animals. Like, that ecosystem naturally feeds itself, and the part of the ecosystem that you are is this confident, radiant part that is just allowing yourself to flow in that creative energy. And that's what I see for you, pile number one. If you like this reading, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe. And I will be opening up a membership very soon. I do mentoring as well, and that is also on my website. But if you see this before March, I will be opening up a private membership group in March to really help work with you all one-on-one at bringing out your soul's potential and being a change maker in the world. So if that is something that is interesting to you, go ahead and check out more information in the description. Until next time, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Okay, pile number two. So the first thing that really strikes me about your pile is you have the full moon in Aries and the new moon in Aries. So we've got Aries. There's just this brown coloring down here, and it's very pragmatic, but there's a little bit of red and orange to it, which is this kind of fiery element that's with the earth. I bring that up because a lot of what I see in your pile is actually conflict. And I was just sitting here talking to my spirit guides about, like, here's the next steps in your life purpose, but what does this have to do with seeing so much conflict going on? So over here in the Seven of Cups upside down, what really drew my eye to it was this woman, and she's like daydreaming about all of these things, and she looks, very lighthearted and playful. And this to me sort of represents you, where you're at. Like, there's a part of you that is so innocent and so playful, and you are dreaming about the things that you want in your life. But what you are having to actually deal with in your life is like boundary lines, dealing with people that, are in high conflict with you, and, having to learn where your boundary lines are. And then down in here in your angel card, we have you're at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort and guide you. And in your goddess energy, we have the possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. So the next steps in your life purpose are to resolve these final arguments. You are learning something by having to be in these really fiery, angry emotions. You're having to learn about, why does anger exist? How do you use anger to show you when your boundary lines have been stepped on? What is the purpose of having a boundary line? How do you stand up for yourself when the people you're standing up to don't agree with you? How do you negotiate conflict in your life? This negotiation of conflict in your life is reflecting a soul lesson to you. It's reflecting something that Spirit is trying to show you about the nature of these interactions, whether this is from the karmic past or whether this is teaching you about this sort of more spicy way of self-love. Like, and what I mean by spicy is sometimes we love ourselves through gentleness and through, being kind to ourselves and reparenting ourselves in a beautiful way and saying nice things to ourselves. And sometimes we show ourselves love by not putting up with the BS in our life And when those negative people try to attack you, you learn how to shut them down. You learn how to gray wall. You learn how to remove yourself from the situation. You learn how to stand up for yourself. As someone that has been historically too nice, being too nice is a problem. You know, just as much as being someone that is angry all of the time, as much as it is as much of a problem. And maybe historically you have been someone that gets triggered really easily, and maybe that's a part of this. I don't see a lot of gentleness in this reading. I see a lot of like just anger, aggression. Like it's almost like I want to call it like pushing through, breaking through, punching through, like punching through the negativity in your world. For some reason, you have high conflict people around you, and you are having to sort of battle it out. But the whole point of this is maybe that's been a large part of your history or your story, and now you're coming to the end of it. Now you are mastering this. So if you've been in conflict for a while, just know that you're not going to continue to be in conflict. This conflict is wrapping up. You are learning your lessons. So if you would like to learn this lesson faster and to resolve it, then it's time to journal out what you have learned. Just, especially, you know, when you're fresh in the morning, maybe get 3, 4, 5 pages out of just the emotional vomit of the situation. And then when you get that part out, then write what you have actually taken away from this. Has it shown you how to boundaries? Has it shown you how to argue better? Has it shown you how to spot when someone is lying to you? Has it shown you how to navigate conversations with people that won't take responsibility for their actions? That is the flavor, right? Like that's the kind of vibe that I get from this reading. Because ultimately over here, look, let's be real. You're just a lovely human. You're just a lovely human. You're off daydreaming about your beautiful world. Like, you're doing great, right? You're also having to be this really strong, tough character when you're going out into the world. And maybe your job or profession is like that, but your next steps are, you're at the very end of this conflict. This conflict, learning this lesson is important for your life purpose. And if you want to like finish it up, resolve it up, because you're at the very end part of this, although it does seem like you have you've got one big fight left. And I don't know what that is about. And I normally don't see such fighting energy with stuff. But you've got it. I mean, you are like a powerhouse. And maybe that's the whole life lesson in this, is that you are a powerhouse, and you could take down large organizations. You could take down the corruption in the government. You could take down, political leaders that are doing terrible things. Like that's the energy that I'm seeing here. Like, you are so powerful with this force of conflict that you can make impact in the world by literally just having this anger, this force, this direction. I don't see anything in here that says, you're a shy person. I see the things in here that say, like, you are designed this way in order to change the systems that are broken and also stubborn, right? Because a lot of these things are built, they kind of take on a life of their own. They run and run and run and run, and to get them to change, to stop large corporations, again, things like that, like these big, heavy hitting things that are just entrenched in the way that they function, you're the kind of person who can take them out, who can change that system, who can throw a wrench in the system and then topple the system. That's wild. This is a wild reading. All I'm getting with this right now is that you can take out governments. Like, you can take out large organizations, that you have the character traits necessary and the vision necessary to take on big heavy hitters. You have a big life mission. You have a really big life mission. You are the perfect person to be able to do this. And I don't know if you're like a lawyer, an activist, whatever you are, this is like your soul essence is very much, there are limitless possibilities. Look, even her face is like sort of stoic, right? She sort of looks a little on the stern side, but all of that is necessary. All of that is so necessary when you go to challenge large organizations. So anyways, her message is the possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. And that's where you get your strength from. You have a limitless soul. You're at a soul level, you understand that. And at a soul level, you understand how to make change happen. And you're not afraid of conflict. You're not afraid of being disliked. You will go in there and be. It's kind of amazing. You are that person that so many people find it hard to be, including myself. You know how to go in there and break stuff up. It's incredible. Maybe you're in corrections or a police officer, or I just keep getting this like punching, breaking stuff up. That's wild to me. I haven't ever had a message like that before, but there is this strong, like, maybe you're in the military. There's just this ability, a protester, like you just have such an incredible ability at this, and you're so fearless. You're just absolutely fearless. I'm so in awe because I am not fearless in this way, and I really admire when people are. Oh, wow. Okay, pile number 2. Go out there, kick butt, take names, and send me your social media accounts, because I'll follow you and watch you in awe of, wow. Get some inspiration from you. All right, pile number 2. This is what I see for you. If you like this reading, sorry about that. If you like this reading, don't forget to click the subscribe button and click the like button. Share it with somebody that you love and care about, that kicks butt and takes names. And if you see this before March, I won't have opened it yet, but I am going to be opening up a membership, a private membership group to really help empower change makers that are on a spiritual journey. So my mission is to unlock the soul potential in change makers. And if you identify as that and you are on a spiritual journey and you want to be connected to your soul and out there making an impact on the world, leaving a legacy that is much better than the one we inherited, please check out the description for that. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Okay, pile number 3. So this is a really interesting pile to me. The initial energy for me is that this is kind of, it feels sort of mixed up in a certain way, and I'm going to dive in and explain that. But here are the next steps to your life's purpose. Now, when I first laid out your cards, this Knight of Wands energy, I felt like just was the energy that embodied you. Like this was like you in this pile. Like you were this fiery person, you have inspiration, you have this amazing fiery heart, and you are like ready to take on the world. So what I see for you is a lot of instability. Like the situation that you're in right now, you're going through a lot of personal transformation. Actually, I need it. Hold on a second. I have to cover up that card. So pile number 3, what I see for you is that you're going through a lot of personal transformation, and there's a lot of instability. And when I started off the reading saying, like, I feel like this was kind of a jumbled up pile, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it feels like either your inner world is unstable or your outer world is unstable, or there's something that is, it's like the pieces of the puzzle are falling together, but it could look like everything has sort of been falling apart. Now, with this sort of personal transformation being at the core, and as you being this like fiery, bright, amazing Knight of Wands ready to charge forth in the world, it's really cool because you actually are figuring it out. You have a puzzle to put together, and you are figuring out the solutions to your problems. So your next steps on your journey is to actually take some time to rest. I know this sounds counterintuitive, but I need you to rest and be in meditation. Go to someplace quiet. If you aren't getting enough sleep and you can get some more sleep, then tap into your dream space. Maybe use, some sleep hypnosis things at night. Watch your consciousness fall asleep and wake up. Like, tap into lucid dreaming, that kind of thing. Tap into deeper meditations, especially when you feel like you have a puzzle you can't solve. The messages will either come to you during these quiet times, or that silence itself. Silence has a way of helping us process the magnitude of the things going on in our life. And I feel like you have a lot of bits, a lot of pieces of the puzzle, and everything is sort of strewn about. And when you go into a silent meditation and you give yourself 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a half an hour, whatever you can do, 45 minutes, maybe even an hour. If you can give yourself that time, it is going to rest your brain and rest your system deeply, and it'll allow it to recharge, and it'll give space for digestion of everything that's happening to you to occur. So just like your food goes into your stomach, which is a container of space, in order for it to be digested, when you go into meditation, you're giving your consciousness a container. So all of those emotions, those ideas, those conflicting feelings, the directionless, the uncomfortability, the uncertainty, the ideas, the passion, the integrity, all of that has a container to go into, to be processed, to be digested, to be assimilated into your beingness. And it's really cool because over here in the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, I actually see that you are like, you're like this really cool problem-solving person. You are figuring things out step by step. You are engineering solutions. You are testing things out. And maybe you've already been using dream work, or you've already been getting messages in your dreams, but like you are testing them out, like you are taking practical action towards that. So you have some strong energies down here. You had 3 of the Moonology cards pop out. Emotions are running high with a supermoon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. And your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So you have some big full moon energy, right? And what I see here is that you have these big moons and you have these crashing waves, and this ocean, these waves are one of the reasons that I really felt like your life is maybe feeling, along with these emotions are running high, like your life may just be feeling very chaotic. There may be a lot of shifts and changes happening. And that there's this level of uncertainty that you are living with in your life, and you're trying to figure out how the pieces are going to fall together. The energy that is supporting all of this, it's at the, like, this is the base, this is the base energy, and the life experiences are being lived on top of this foundation of energy. So the foundational energy is this, the angel of abundance. That, let's see if you can see it. Okay, this card to me stands out as, this is the supporting energy. Everything may feel like it's being juggled and up in the air, but actually the angel of abundance is holding this entire process for you. They are giving you that space. They're the container. That's the best way to put it. The energy of abundance is the container for you to restructure how your life and your inner world operates in life. And that's why we see over here that, you know, your future is not set in stone, and you still need a practical plan. Like, the angel of abundance is holding you and teaching you, okay, this is my responsibility to hold the space in the container of abundance. Your responsibility is to listen to your intuition, is to listen to your dreams and your visions and your inspiration, and to write practical, earthly, grounded, step-by-step A to Z plans based off of that. Maybe you can only do step 1 through 3. Okay, that's fine. You've got a lot going on. Maybe you have a lot of things shifting in your life, so just, whether it's sticky notes or a journal or a notepad or Notion or whatever, a Google Calendar, however you like to organize things, take whatever information you have and organize things bit by bit. So, and then just trust that as you are organizing this, you are held in the container of the energy of abundance. Like, you could imagine a giant angel with its wings around you as you sit there figuring out on your Google Calendar how you are going to accomplish all of the demands asked of you. And I think that will just help you understand, because what I'm getting is that your next steps have to come through you. They will come through your mind, they'll come through your ideas, they'll come through your dreams and your inspiration and your problem solving. You're not going to get it served on a silver plate. Like, it's going to require your physical participation in coming up with what your actual next steps are. And that's totally exactly, like, if you're going to be spot on as you do that. And even if those are just tiny chunks at a time, okay, I have 6 different avenues of things I have to deal with, or 7, and I know I need to do, the next step is 1, 2 things here, and for this thing I know I need to do 1, 2, 3 things over here, and I know I need to call this person over here, and I know I need to do this one thing over there. That's totally fine. Like, that is how you are going to go towards your life purpose. You are having to reorganize these things now. Not only are you learning like really useful skills and talents, but your life has had to undergo this transformation in order to keep you on track with your life purpose. So I don't feel like this is the reading where I'm gonna be like, oh, I had one reading before where I was just like, wow, okay, this is who you are and what you do. This reading is very much like, we had to go in and rearrange the foundation and take them from here and over here. But this transition, the puzzle pieces fell apart, and this person is having to re-put them back together. That's that's where you're at right now. And that's totally fine, because you're still technically on your life purpose. Your life purpose has rearranged your life. Happy day. All right, the goddess energy that is taking care of you, protecting you, guiding you, being with you through this experience is the goddess of light. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. I really feel like she is here just to remind you of your soul essence. She's here really to bring the light into this situation. I think sometimes when we live with this level of uncertainty and discombobulatedness, that's not a word, but it is today. I don't get the energy from you that it's necessarily heavy. I feel like it's just chaotic. It's just chaotic. And sometimes when we live in that sort of chaotic energy, we need to have some light. Light in these situations. You know, this is a good time to connect with angels. If you like fairies, if you like dragons, if you like mythical creatures, this is a really great time. You like deities, to bring in the metaphysical parts of your life and have them walk with you. And I specifically feel like more of the ethereal, like fairies, dragons, unicorns. I feel like that's because it's like a light-hearted energy, especially with fairies, depending on your relationship to fairies. They are coming through because there's this sort of playful sprite energy that will help you navigate and just deal with the whirlwind that you are in. And they're like playful and gonna help you, right? Like they will help smooth these transitions. They'll help the puzzle pieces come back together. They will help highlight your attention and your awareness to the things that you need to focus on. So when you need to focus on, you know, maybe you're out at a grocery store and there was something really important that you forgot to put on your list, they're going to be there to help highlight that object as you are walking by it. Or if there is a book you were supposed to read next, or if there is like a phone call that you were supposed to pick up, or a place you're supposed to go, they are going to be there with you to help highlight that actual thing. And I think that that is really, it's just going to make this process a lot more fun, and they'll help you figure things out. So they will help give you the inspiration and guidance that you need as you go through a really significant transformation. The last thing I want to say about your reading is, if you have big feelings right now and your emotions are running high and you just feel like, wow, like this is such a big, I don't know, if things just feel really big and your emotions feel really big, I just want to acknowledge that and honor that and give you a space right now to be seen, be felt, be understood, because change is hard for everybody. I don't know a single person that doesn't struggle at some level when things change. And uncertainty is also equally as hard for people. Uncertainty creates a kind of lack of groundedness, and as humans we need to feel security, we need to feel control, and we really like when we feel like we understand where things are going in life. So if this feels like you felt really connected to this, I would love it if you could leave me a like, because pile number 3, this is what I am seeing for you today. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to click the subscribe and like button, leave a comment, share it with somebody you know. And if you are on this journey and are a change maker that is spiritually interested in living a aligned life with your soul, I'm going to be opening up a membership starting in March. It's going to be a beta launch of that. If you're seeing this after March, since this will be a timeless reading, it may already be open. But if you see it beforehand, just know that I'll be launching a beta version of the membership. I'm super excited about it, and it's really to help you navigate this. Like, this is such a uniquely challenging thing to navigate, and I happen to specialize in transformation. So be sure to sign up on the mailing list and check that out. And until next time, I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.